Alright, so I decided to throw a new team together just for the hell of it. And the process of making the team was I wanted to use things that I've been wanting to use, but or like I've tried using on different teams, but it's never really worked out. And so yeah, that's where this team comes from. Except for Infernape, it was just there because I couldn't think of something else to throw in. So my team consists of my shiny Tangrowth, which I've been wanting to use, Magnezone, which was one of the first things I actually trained, so that was I've been wanting to use that for like 3 months. Miss Magius, and I used it like once or twice. Infernape, which was actually part of my original main team before I changed it. Scizor, wow, God, it's so hot out. Scizor, oh yeah, just because I didn't have anything for special defense. It's not a special defense wall, but it was good enough, and I didn't want to use Slowking. And Hydreigon, who I've been wanting to use for forever, but I've never been able to had a chance. Okay, moving on. I asked on Twitter if anyone wanted to battle, and as always, no one said they wanted to battle. So good on you guys. And and then on Facebook, I asked X and Y group if anyone wanted to battle. I got 2 battles actually, so the next battle I'll upload soon, if they want me to. And yeah, their team consists of Rotom, Chansey, Scizor, Latios, Chandelure, and Smeargle. So I'm gonna start this match. Hey, there's me. And AJ. They lead off with Smeargle, and I lead off with Tangrowth. And I figured they're gonna do their little hazard stuff, but he decides to go for Protect, and I just go for the Giga Drain. It's not gonna matter. I figured since it protected, they're gonna switch out into Scizor or something to block the Giga Drain. So I go for a knockoff, and they ended up staying in and setting up Stealth Rocks, and now they're setting up Sticky Web, which both were a huge hindrance on my team, as it would, well, as it would turn out. I really need a drink bad. So they lead, they switch out Scizor, and then they go Mega Scizor. I figured that they'd go for U-turn, so I decided to switch out, but they go for Pursuit, and that doesn't do anything to Tangrowth. That ain't good. No. No. So I switch out an Infernape, and then I know I can't go really for anything because there's Chandelures in the back just waiting. So I decided I'm going to double switch back into Tangrowth, but they switch out into Chandelure, and I figured I have the Assault Vest on, maybe I can live a Fire Blast or Flamethrower, but they go for the Overheat, which is the worst case scenario, and Tangrowth is dead. At that point I already thought I lost, so that happened. So I take out Miss Magius, and they switch out. It turned out they were Choice Scarfed, and they go into Chansey. I knew I couldn't Shadow Ball, so I just go for a Dark Pulse just to see what comes out. And I switch out to go into Magnezone. I didn't have a reason specifically. I just couldn't really touch Chansey with it, or with Miss Magius. They go for the Toxic, so I really just good switch on my part. So they go back out in a Chandelure, and I go for the T-Wave. And I figure I'm gonna die no matter what in this scenario. So I'm like, fuck it, YOLO! And I go for the Thunderbolt, and they miss their Overheat. And I'm like, yeah! And yay! Wow, the second one was so fake. Then they switch out into Chansey, and I'm just like, okay. I go for Reflect because I don't have Hidden Power Ice or Fire on it, because I need to do that. But fuck doing HP breeding. That's not happening. They go for the Healing Wish, which they did realize later on that wasn't a good move on their part. They go back out into Chandelure, and they fully heal. Paralysis gone, and it's no fun. So I go out in a Hydreigon so I can Surf, and they miss the Overheat again. And I figured they might just sack it off at that point. And I didn't even think about Rotom. It was not even. I didn't take a picture of their team, so I didn't realize Rotom was even on their team. So I'm Scarfed, so Surf's not gonna do anything, so I decided to switch out into Magnezone because I know a Will-O-Wisp or something is gonna come, and it's not gonna matter. I needed Rotom out of the equation as fast as possible because I couldn't risk letting Scizor, or actually just Scizor. I couldn't risk Scizor getting burned. I heard myself talk. I don't know what I'm talking about in the video. I said something. So they go for the sub, and I break it with a Thunderbolt, and I figure I'm gonna be able to kill it. So I go for another Thunderbolt, and they go for the Hydro Pump first, actually. So never mind that. Never mind, I didn't go for a Thunderbolt, apparently. I remember hitting it. So I don't know what happened there. I know it wasn't the second battle, so I don't really know what to say. I go out and Infernape, and then I switch out from Infernape because I know they're gonna Thunderbolt or Hydro Pump or something. I don't know why I didn't just go into Hydreigon from the first place. Oh no, it wasn't Thunderbolt. It was the Dragon Pulses that almost kill it. That's the part I was actually talking about. They go for another Thunderbolt, and I believe I go for another Dragon Pulse right here. And nope, they switch out and into Scizor. I figured I should try and call it because this entire match I was trying to get this scenario, except be able to be locking the flamethrower and kill it. But that didn't happen, so I had to switch out. I realized I have one more shot before the Stealth Rock's are going to end up killing me. So I figured now's the best time to switch. I go out in my own Scizor, and I Mega just because I like shiny Mega Scizor. It looks nice. And I go for the Bullet Punch, apparently. I forget that it's resistant. I always forget. I don't know. They go for the Roost, and not good for me. They go out and Rotom, and I figure I'll Swords Dance, and I don't really know why. I don't remember. It's only a few hours ago, but I don't really remember. I go for the Bullet Punch just to kill off that Rotom, so now I don't have anything to worry about when it comes to burning, except for their Chandelure, who will, and always, who will, I lost my train of thought there. They go for the Flamethrower, Scizor's dead, it's not even a question. I go out into Magius, and I go for the Shadow Ball? Nope, they switch out. Still go for the Shadow Ball, but they're switching out. Okay, so Shadow Ball is a thing. Almost kill it with a crit. And I go for another Shadow Ball. I expected a Bullet Punch, but I guess they didn't have it. No, they have it. They have it. I wonder why they didn't do it then. I go for the Shadow Sneak because I knew it was Scarfed, because I think most or all Chandelures are Scarfed at this point. They go for the Shadow Ball, and that's going to be done with Magius. And I go out into Hydreigon because this is a battle, or the spot I've been wanting, and Stealth Rock's almost killed me there. I go for the Dragon Pulse, and Chandelure's dead. I knew not to surf because I didn't know what was the last Pokemon. Turned out it was Latios. And so, Dragon Pulse, and somehow OKOs. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I thought it was a crit at first. And yeah, hey, there's me again. So yeah, that was the battle. Thanks for watching. And if you ever want to challenge me, you're free to do so. And you can follow on Twitter and Tumblr and all that jazz, and subscribe and likes and all that fun stuff. And yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and that's gonna be it from me.